DanMachi and Wistoria are connected? The theory that changes everything. What if I told you Cranel may have already lost his final battle? And that Wistoria isn't a separate story at all, but the future of DanMachi? Because after the latest events in Wistoria, there's one detail that has become impossible to ignore. And it could completely change the way we look at both series. But first, do you think Bell will defeat the one-eyed black dragon? Or do you believe the author might surprise everyone and do the unthinkable? Let me know in the comments because your answer is the foundation of this entire theory. When most fans think about DanMachi, there's one assumption they almost all share. Bell will win. He will defeat the black dragon. He will surpass the heroes of the past. And he will save the world. But what if that's exactly where we're wrong? Because there's a far more interesting possibility. Bell reaches his peak. He faces the one-eyed black dragon. He manages to wound it, maybe even weaken it. But he can't kill it. And for the first time in history, humanity loses. Now imagine the consequences. The greatest monster ever known finally conquers the surface. Cities disappear. Kingdoms fall. Millions die. And the survivors are forced to find a way to keep humanity alive. Keep that idea in mind. Because now we need to talk about Wistoria. The world of Wistoria tells us that humanity survives under the protection of a massive magical barrier. A barrier maintained through the power of the magic Vander and the Great Tower. But have you ever stopped to think about how strange that really is? Why would humanity need such an extreme defense? Why must the sky itself remain protected? Why does civilization depend on a structure of that scale? Maybe because this isn't a civilization at its peak. Maybe it's a civilization that already lost a war. And what if that war was Bell's final battle? Because if Bell fails, humanity's priority is no longer exploration. It's no longer growth. It's no longer adventure. The priority becomes survival. And the Tower of Wistoria represents exactly that. A permanent defense against extinction. But that's only the beginning. Because the latest episodes introduced another fascinating piece of the puzzle. Will Serfort. For a long time, fans compared Will and Bell simply because of their personalities. Both were underestimated. Both challenged the expectations placed upon them. Both possess incredible determination. But the recent revelation adds something much bigger. When the witch uses the key on Will, she isn't giving him a new power. She's accessing something that already exists within him. She's awakening dormant memories connected to the moment his powers first awakened. And that changes everything. Because the question is no longer, where did this power come from? The real question becomes, what exactly is sleeping inside Will? Now imagine this within our theory. Centuries, or even thousands of years, after DanMachi, history has been forgotten. The gods are gone. Falna no longer exists as it once did. But echoes of that age remain. Fragments. Memories. Remnants. And then we arrive at the most curious detail of all. The key appears on Will's back. The exact same place where adventurers received Falna in DanMachi. A coincidence? Maybe. But we're talking about two series written by the same author. And when an author repeats an important symbol, there's usually a reason. Especially when that symbol is connected to awakening hidden power. Now let's put all the pieces together. Bell fights the black dragon. Humanity loses. The survivors build a new civilization. Centuries pass. The truth is forgotten. Heroes become legends. The gods become myths. A massive tower protects the last remnants of humanity. And far in the future, a boy appears who cannot use the power everyone else possesses. A boy who challenges the impossible. A boy who refuses to give up no matter what. Just like Bell once did. So maybe the question isn't whether Will is Bell. Maybe the real question is this. Is the author showing us the consequences of a defeat that hasn't happened yet? Because if Wistoria truly is the future of DanMachi, then Cranel never saved the world. And we've been watching the aftermath of that failure all along without realizing it.